audio from our producer, Tex. We hope you guys love the Hot Boys because we're here to talk about them today. Divisional round, Cowboys Rams. We've got a lot to cover, some numbers for you today. We're going to dig in a little bit to the Rams and what the Cowboys have as they are facing them Saturday night, LA Coliseum. Dave, kickoff time, buddy.
Welcome back, by the way.
Thank you, Dave. Great to be back next to you.
Hey, oh, thanks. You want me to lean in on that a little bit more? There you go. One of the most beautiful and frustrating things about being a football fan is that you don't actually have any control over this whole thing. You know, you just have to sit back and watch. But it's not true this week. The Dallas Cowboys are playing in the LA Coliseum. West Coast Cowboys fans, I know you're out there. You have a chance to make a huge impact on this game. I mean, obviously, tickets are expensive. I get that. But even if you just come to the area, you have a chance to take the Rams' home field advantage away. Take advantage of it. Do it. Go.
I know that the Cowboys players probably aren't watching Cover 4. They're getting ready for the game this week, but I just want them to know that we are your day one homies. Yes, the locker room is full of media right now getting ready for the playoffs, but know that we've been there since the start. We're here for you always. 3 and 5 doesn't matter.
And the Rod Marinelli Selflessness Tour continues. Today in an interview, they asked him, Rod, what would you do to keep Chris Richard here, the Cowboys staff? He said, I'll do whatever the Cowboys need me to do to keep Chris Richard. So I don't know if that means stepping down as DC, being co-DC, whatever. But man, Rod Marinelli, that's one selfless joker, man. We need to be more like Rod Marinelli.
We all
say it every day.
We need to be more like
say it every day.
We need to be more like Rod.
Papa Rod, the GOAT. Let's play some fact or fiction for you guys. I've got some LA questions and scenarios for you. The first thing I'm throwing out is this true to you guys? The team with the better run game, only talking about Zeke and Todd Gurley, that team wins. Fact or fiction?
Fact, easily, guys. I mean, we saw today that DeMarcus Lawrence is a writer as well. He sent out his first blog post, and he just mentioned the whole time that we stopped the run game last week. We won. We're going to do it again this week. So, better run game wins.
I think more often than not that's true, but against an offense this explosive, it could be fiction. And I've actually looked this up. The Rams are bad in run defense. They gave up the average 123 yards against top 10 defenses. They're giving up an average of 160 rushing yards per game. They're still 13-3. When you're explosive enough to overcome it, you can still win these games. I do think establishing the run for the Cowboys can go a long way, but I can't call it a fact.
All right, Jesse?
No, go ahead. You
You go nil on that one?
You agree with me.
I do agree with Dave.
Okay.
And the thing is, because I think even though you have the run game, playing against this type of team, you gotta score the points. So if the Cowboys are running the ball up and down the field but are not scoring points, it won't matter because this team is so explosive in the offense that good run game has to result in touchdowns.
Cowboys will hold the Rams to under 20 points. Now, the Rams were second to only the Chiefs, averaging 33 points a game in their regular season.
All respect in the world to the Hot Boys and the Dallas defense. They are very good. I think they can hold the Rams under their average. I absolutely think they can do that. Yeah. But under 20? Come on.
Yeah.
That's asking a lot.
That Saints game hype of the 13-10 score.
That would be nice.
And everyone talking about how they were able to do that with the Saints offense. I just don't think that's the case this weekend.
All right, so we got 3 fictions there. Last one for you guys. You know, when you win, all is sunny. You forget about the bad things. And for the Seattle game, there were some special teams blunders. Is the special teams unit a concern for you guys on Saturday night?
Yes,
Fact or fiction? Are you saying all big facts right now, Jesse? Big facts.
Listen, the kicking game, that is in question. We've seen Brett Maher miss from 38 yards. He's missed from deep. You don't know how that kicking game is going to go. And we don't know whether we'll have Tavon Austin this week or not. So the one advantage we thought we might have had with having Tavon returning some kickoffs, maybe some punts and maybe some kickoffs, we don't know if we'll have again. But the field goal game, and it's not just the Cowboys. It is an NFL thing. It's been a league-wide thing where this whole kicking game has been horrid. So it is a big fact.
Even
in this game.
beyond the kicking, I mean, letting Tyler Lockett get away at the end of the game, Tavon Austin's touchdown called back.
Yeah.
Big stuff right there. All right, told you guys we had some numbers for you. They are a little scary. It's the divisional round. You got to expect it. First up, Taylor, talk about him.
Todd Gurley, you know him well. If you are a football fan at all, you know about Todd Gurley. You know the damage he can do in a game. He's a beast. Yes, 30. The Hot Boys know him well this week. Granted, he is a guy that can only go through you, he can go around you, he can catch, he can pass block. I mean, he's a dangerous man out there. So just stop him with everything you can do. This is a guy who missed the last 2 games, hasn't played since December 16th. We talked about that yesterday. But if you can stop Todd Gurley, yes, it's an explosive offense, you have a much better chance of winning this game.
There's a million stats I could throw out for Jared Goff. We know he's had a career renaissance since Sean McVay got to LA. He's a 4,000-yard passer. He's got 30-plus touchdowns. He's obviously got that receiver core out there. The thing that scares me with Goff, though, yards per attempt, 8.4.
Wow.
8.4 yards per attempt. It's high, which is because he's not afraid to go downfield. When you have a running back like Todd Gurley, Taylor just laid it out there beautifully. Play action is a big part of what the Rams do. 35%, I think, is the stat I saw, is how often they're faking the run when they throw. They want to send guys downfield. They want to hit you with the big play. That's what scares me, especially you saw Doug Baldwin and Tyler Lockett come up with some big plays last week. This defense has been a little susceptible to the long ball the last couple weeks. That scares me, is that I know Jared Goff is going to go downfield.
Well, the scariness does not stop there, David. There's a guy,
Is that true?
He made a stop at Valley Ranch in 2014
Sure did.
by the name of Aaron Donald.
Sure
You may
did.
remember this guy. Yeah, everybody around here does. Not very tall, but it doesn't matter. He's got so much speed. That's what he is going to do against Joe Looney and this Cowboys offensive line. 20.5 sacks this year. 20.5 sacks as
Say
a
it louder.
defensive tackle, my homies. That is terrifying. Sometimes he kicks outside. He can do damage there too. Unanimous All-Pro, the only one. The list goes, I'm going to cut it off. The list goes on and on.
You can't see me, but I'm making a terrifying point.
Yeah, Aaron Donald, you want to watch out for that guy.
Well, I got a guy you want to watch out for if you got a chain on.
Ooh. There we go. See, we all know.
You don't.
I don't have a chain. All right, so I'm
Where's
good.
Crabtree?
I don't have a chain on. But Aqib Talib, this is one of the bigger corners in the league, which playing against Amari Cooper, probably who he'll line matched up with one-on-one throughout the game, works kind of well in his favor because he's not as quick as a shorter guy. Aqib Talib is a ball-hawking cornerback. He's physical. He wants to get up in your face, press you, put his hands on you, and just really mess up the timing of the routes. Now, he is susceptible to double moves, but if you give him an opportunity to get his hands on the ball, he won't drop them, and he will return the ball back for touchdowns. Has 10 of those bad boys in his career. So when you're throwing his way, just make sure your passes are on target, because if not, Aqib Talib will catch it and will go to the house.
And the scary thing about him is that he's been to a Super Bowl, knows how to win these things.
He does a lot of
Let it
this,
end.
too.
One of those 10 touchdowns is on Dak, for the record.
Oh.
You remember.
Yeah, Broncos.
Quick break from
to
the
watch.
studio.
Something to watch.
People, Taylor mentioned it. Todd Gurley hasn't played since December 16th. That's great. We're going to talk about it, though. Would you rather be rested or rolling with the momentum? That's next.
Hey Dallas Cowboys fans, I'm Danny Sarek at the AT&T Media Center. The Cowboys are traveling to Los Angeles to play the Rams this Saturday in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they need fans there cheering them on. If you don't already have tickets, defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence is helping you out. Lawrence is sending 2 fans to the game, including airfare, tickets, and hotel. Check out his social media to find out more on how you can win this ultimate fan experience. Don't go anywhere, because coming up, the Cover 4 crew will coach up the Cowboys players and give them the keys to the game and defeating the Rams.
How will history define us?
The perfect size?
Perfect hair?
Every box checked?
No, we set the tone.
We are works of art.
Who we are is not defined by what they say, but by what we create.
The legacy we build.
Fire in our souls.
We are strong.
We are unstoppable.
We
are Cowboys fans.
I'm sure this is Jalen Smith's worst nightmare.
Life has a way of bringing you to your knees.
Some question whether or not he'll ever be the same. How do you make that kind of decision?
And sometimes it happens when the entire world is watching.
Dallas, Texas. Hello?
Jalen, this is Jerry Jones with the Dallas Cowboys.
How you doing, Jerry Jones?
Well, we're doing fine, and it's great to be talking to a Dallas Cowboy.
Pain is a part of life. There is no victory without a fight.
Cowboys, we got the victory, but we ain't done yet.
When everyone says you can't, find a way, and then do more.
Swipe it up.
Swipe.
Yeah, a little swipe. Keep it going. We got more tomorrow. Tomorrow you do not want to miss.
No, they are going to be really, really good. And it's time to, drum roll please. Coach him up, coach him up, coach him up. Jesse did this amazing a couple weeks ago. There is no way I could ever top what Jesse did, but we're all gonna try. Taylor, you're up first.
Yeah, hard to be up first for that, Linz, but this is my guy, Ezekiel Elliott. In Zeke we trust this weekend. He said in the playoffs you eat with 2 spoons. Give him everything he wants because Ezekiel Elliott can be the difference maker in this game. Yes, they have a shaky run defense in LA. Ezekiel Elliott, take advantage of that, young man. Show him why you should have been first team All-Pro. And you got your 2nd rush title in 3 years. Let them know. Let the world know that Ezekiel Elliott, he might be better than that old Gurley guy.
You know what? I'm gonna talk about that for a second, Taylor. Todd Gurley, you know what? Ezekiel Elliott beat you out.
Yep.
Cowboys defense, you have to play sound. You have to be disciplined. You have to be everything Papa Rod Marinelli says and everything Chris Richard says because this guy single-handedly can destroy the game on Saturday night. He can run, he can catch, he will bowl you over. Do whatever you have to do to stop Todd Gurley, sell out, get it done. Anyone have anything to add to that? I mean, does this guy, 30, you better go after him.
Don't let Gurley go wild. That's all I gotta say.
Go wild. I mean, it's just,
They've
right
been
there.
waiting all
Right there
day
for
to
me.
say.
waiting.
I don't know what you want to say.
Gurley's gone wild.
I don't know if I'm good at the coaching thing because I feel like I'm too even-keeled for this. Like, I don't.
Facing
Come on, Dave.
Hey.
I feel like I harp on this every week, and there's a reason. It's because the Cowboys' red zone defense is the best thing about them. You can get to the 20. You're not going to get to the end zone. They stop you. They force field goals. Shockingly, for as much hype as the Rams offense gets, they're not that good in the red zone. 57%. They're 18th in the league at scoring touchdowns. This is how you beat this team. They're going to get yards. I promise you they will. They just will. So stop them from scoring touchdowns. You've done it all year. They suck at it. Just execute on Saturday. Keep them to field goals. You can win the game. Piece of cake. Just go do it.
Dave's got
Go.
the key.
Go.
Got the key.
Go.
Yes, you're the king of this.
Well, bring that camera a little bit closer to me.
This is where Jesse is.
A little bit closer.
Jesse is thriving right now.
Coach Jess.
Listen, Dak, it's pressure time. And I mean that in a double entendre type of way. There's pressure of you being in LA for one of the biggest playoff games that you've ever seen or ever been a part of in your life. But there's also pressure from son of bum. He's going to come after you. Aaron Donald, Dominican Sue, they're going to pressure you. You have to be able to manage the pressure. When it heats up, you have to cook them. Don't let the pressure burn you, Dak Prescott. Don't go to LA and worry about the lights, the camera, and action. You go there and be the same you. Fight, faith, and family. Go out there and do what you're supposed to do, Dak Prescott, because this game, it starts and ends with you. Take on the pressure, gash them, burn them, make the plays you're supposed to make, and win this game.
Oh my God. It's not even Thursday.
Hey!
I get so hyped when you do that. I get so hyped.
I see Jesse.
I'm not even being facetious right now.
Really
Time to
quick
go.
though, So really quick though, another person I know is hype. His name is Jose Fernandez, I believe. He lives in El Paso.
True.
This is his backyard. We have a picture of it. This is insane.
We have that here at the Star. It's called the Tostitas Plaza, except it's part of a $1 billion facility. He decided to
made this.
Build it himself.
Shouts out to you, Jose.
Shouts out.
Nice.
Shouts
That's amazing.
out. Moving to sound off quickly, guys, before we wrap up this show. Everybody talks about rust. Everyone talks about rest. Is it different from team to team? Who would you rather be right now? Completely rested LA or the Dallas Cowboys, who have been rolling on some really strong wins?
Let the Homer talk first.
Oh, let the Homer talk. Let the Homer talk. This is a Cowboys program show, Dave. Don't be throwing punches. But we saw a 13-3 team get a bye week in 2016 and lay an egg at home. Unfortunately, you can't stop Aaron Rodgers sometimes. It was fortunate. It was devastating for the Dallas Cowboys. So I hope the same is for the Rams. I'm sorry, but this is a team that hasn't experienced any playoff wins with Sean McVay. They lost in the wild card weekend last year. Let them get momentum. They don't have it right now.
Momentum is great, and I think it's probably good for a young team to get their feet wet in the wild card round and play a game. There's an argument to be made for that. Here's the thing. It's been 6 years or more since a team that played on wild card weekend made it to the NFC Championship game. Like, the 1 and 2 seeds are there for a reason.
Wow.
The 1 and 2 seeds are there for a reason because they're better. And not only are they better, they get a week to rest. And I mean, look, it's unfortunate what happened in 2016. It's a failure. There's no other way to look at it when you're number 1 and you don't win your first game. But it's still a better position to be in because it means you earned your way there over the course of the season.
And when you look at what this offense is with Sean McVay, you gave them another week to go and prepare. You gave Todd Gurley another week to get rest. You gave Jared Goff another week to get his mind right. And Brandon Cooks and Aaron Donald and Dominican Sue and Team Khalil. I mean, you give a bunch of guys an opportunity to get some fresh legs underneath them. You don't need to get pumped up or motivation for this game. This game is already hype. But you come in there with some fresh legs, that means a whole
Having said all that, it doesn't mean the Cowboys can't win.
No, I'm not saying that either.
For them. And we said at the top of the show, this isn't going to be true home field advantage for the Rams. Right. There's a lot of stuff to like about this for the Cowboys. I'd still rather have the bye every time.
I made sure to remind Dak Prescott today that Jared Goff is a Cal quarterback as well. He went to Cal. True. That you got to get some revenge on those Cal quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers, you can't be the one.
I was kind of confused about where you were going.
Two Cal QBs.
The California.
Yeah, I was like Dak played in the SEC.
Yeah.
University of California ends now. It's all about Mississippi State.
Fighting words.
Get it now.
Jesse, we are at OT. What you got?
Well, here's what I got. Ezekiel Elliott has rushed for 125-plus yards in 2 of his only playoff games that he's been in. It makes a tie with Emmitt Smith. To put that in perspective, Emmitt Smith played in 17 playoff games. So Zeke's doing not too bad for himself.
We all know how many Cowboys fans will be out in LA this weekend. Jared Goff thinks he knows, but he said he is not practicing this week, getting prepared for that. Mistake, buddy. You better get used to it because the Cowboys fans are going to be loud and proud. We'll be loud from the start. You might hear us in LA. So you better get ready for that, Goff.
More X's and O's for this matchup than we could go over in a show. We did our best. I mean, we broke down this game pretty well, right? But so refreshing to talk to Jalen Smith instead about all of that, about his high school job, flipping burgers at Burger King and the experience he got there. I'm just happy to know his order. Double Whopper, no tomatoes, extra pickles. Pickles are gross, Jalen, but yes. I respect it all the same.
Bring it to them when they win.
I will.
That's Dave on
you
have
on
to
a
serve
silver
it on
platter.
I will buy Jalen. If y'all win this game, I will buy you.
When they win this game.
Okay.
There she goes. We will see you guys back for another episode tomorrow. We've got some really good stuff. You know how Thursdays are. Boldies, things like enemy line talk, all of that.
Come on, Lindsay.
Tomorrow.
Just call them Boldies now. Do it.
Boldies.
Do it. Do the kick.
Woo!
There we go.